My ancestors were brought in ships from India to Guyana in 1836, tagged as coolie cargo. A treacherous journey across the oceans of mercy, they brought with them their divine salutations. Ram Ram, SitaRam, Raja Ram, Ram Ram, SitaRam, Raja Ram. Jai Jai Hanuman, Jai Jai Hanuman, Ram Ram, SitaRam, Raja Ram, Ram Ram, SitaRam, Raja Ram. Jai Jai Hanuman, Jai Jai Hanuman. Open up your heart, SitaRam. Open up your heart, SitaRam. Open up your heart, SitaRam. Ram Ram, SitaRam, Raja Ram, Ram Ram, SitaRam, Raja Ram. Jai Jai Hanuman, Jai Jai Hanuman. Open up your heart, SitaRam. Open up your heart, SitaRam. Open up your heart, SitaRam. Ram Ram, SitaRam, Raja Ram, 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 Raja Ram. My name is Chitra Singh, and I'm really grateful to be here tonight with my friends. As you can see, it's a room here filled with musicians and artists, and we have a dancer, actress, everything you can imagine here tonight. And we're here to celebrate and to present my project, Ram Ram, SitaRam. And this project was funded by the Queen's Council of the Arts, partially funded. And we're very happy tonight to present it to you, the video. And right here next to me is Micha, who did the video that you just saw. And next to me here is David Berger, who produced the music and worked with me very closely in arranging and creating this RamRam SitaRam. RamRam SitaRam is a chant that I learned as a little child. It's the first prayer that I knew to sing when we would go to temple. And my sister's here, she could testify to that. And it means a lot to me to be able to sing this song and to bring it to New York and to my friends in New York and to let them know about RamRam SitaRam. And now that we've done this project together, we can all sing RamRam SitaRam. And before, they never heard of RamRam SitaRam, and now it's like they've owned it. And it just shows how our cultures are very similar when it comes to divine salutations. It doesn't matter whether it's Amen, Allah, Ram Ram, Assalam. Greetings, divine greetings are divine, and we should respect each other's divine greetings. And when someone says it to you, just bow in respect, and don't disregard it or disrespect it. That's how we're all going to be able to live together in New York in harmonies, by respecting each other's greetings. And a hi is also good too, right? Yeah. So now that you saw the video, I thought that we would continue with some music, that my Swan Woman album. I am actually here at Soundworks in Astoria. This is where I did my album, Swan Woman, and my single, Awesome Love. And Camilo and Sandra are here, and they're doing the live stream. Camilo worked as the producer on Swan Woman, and he also worked as the engineer and producer on Awesome Love, and so did David, and so is Josh, who worked on Awesome Love. He shared his awesome poem called As We Travel This Way. And then there's Micha, Lazare, Prita Singh, my sister, and there's Jose, I'm sorry, I forgot your last name. Jose Guzman. And then we have Robert O'Brien, who is my manager. And then we have Janine, who is my sister. And then there's Valerie, a dancer. And we're very honored to have you here tonight. Thank you. And then there's Sandra and Camilo. And there's another technician here. What's your name? What's his name? Emmanuel Kress is here helping us. And I just want to say thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. So now we're going to just kick in with a song from Swan Woman called Listen to Your Heart. We want to do something different. I mean, we came all this way. We wanted to create something different. So we're going to sing Listen to Your Heart. And Misha's going to lead us in that.
Nice.
Yeah. It's on you.
Awesome.
Listen to your heart.
Robbie will lead it.
I'll do it. Robbie, you want to sing it?
I'll sing with you. Sure.
Can I borrow a rattle? Oh, you have it. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. So this is from my Swan Woman album, and this song was it was interesting. Camilo is here; he could talk about it. We did it in one take, and it was really good, and we got it, and we mixed it, and we put some really beautiful nature sounds on it in the bass. Here it goes. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Don't you go too far. Hey, hey, away. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Don't you go too far. Hey, hey, away. Hey, hey, oh. Hey, hey, oh. Listen to your heart. Hey, hey, away. Love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. Don't you look too far. Hey, hey, away. Hey, hey, oh. Hey, hey, oh. Listen to your heart. Come on, man. Kick it in, guys. Wake up. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Don't you go too far. Hey, Anna, hey, nay, oh, hey. Speak the word you long to hear. Speak the word you long to hear. Don't you think too hard. Hey, Anna, hey, nay, oh, hey. Hey, Anna, hey, nay, oh. Hey, Anna, hey, nay, oh. Listen to your heart. Hey, Anna, hey, nay, oh, hey. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Don't you go too far. Hey, Anna, hey, nay, oh, hey.
Good one.
That was nice. So that's from my Swan Woman album. And let me have a sip of water. And Swan Woman album has a lot of great songs in it. And you know, we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about the RamRam SitaRam album. But you know, let's just warm up ourselves, right? And get our mojo going. So David is gonna do a song. He's gonna do a song from the Swan Woman album called Water Whispers. And let's hope that he inspires us.
Let's hope.
We have the jars.
Water whispers and the trees, they bend to listen. Water whispers, secret song of creation. Water whispers, stories of the yellow moon. Water whispers, blessings of the midnight star. Water whispers, songs of the morning bird. On and on and on and on and on. Water flows, water flows. Water whispers of things to come as it flows, as it flows into the future. On and on and on and on and on. Water flows, water flows. Water whispers and the trees, they bend to listen. blessings of midnight stars. Water whispers, songs of the morning bird. On and on and on and on and on. Water flows, water flows, water flows, water flows. On and on and on and on and on. Water flows, water flows. That's your song, Chitra.
That was beautiful, David. Next album, I'll be re-recording it. No, that's beautiful. Thank you, David. That's really nice. So I just wanted to talk a little bit and present some of the artists and musicians that worked on the RamRam project. And the first person I want to introduce is David Berger, who worked as everything engineer, producer, arranger. He also linked up rehearsals. He also worked with all the musicians that came in to work to record. He's really a great guy. He is amazingly talented, and he's great to work with. And he really opened up amazing possibilities of where the music can really go, or where it should be, or where it should stay. So, David, I want to hand you the mic, and I want you to tell my friends and people that are going to listen to Awesome Love, and this is your work, a little short experience on how you felt about it, and most important, do you know RamRam now and SitaRam?
So, when we first started working on the song, I knew the words. RamRam, SitaRam, Jai Hanuman. I knew I'd heard all those words, and I didn't really know what they meant, and I didn't really know what the song was about. But as almost immediately, I was inspired to contribute, and almost immediately I got sort of like these visions about what this might be. Maybe the picture in my mind of what the song is, and the word that kept coming to me was majestic. Just throughout, it's very. I know it's a greeting, but there's also a sense to me of something being so sort of majestic and big. It's almost a little scary, or it just makes you feel your humility, it was a journey. It was definitely a journey for me working on the song, and I feel like we found a lot there that it was sort of like a puzzle at first, a very simple puzzle that sort of opened up and became more and more dynamic, and sort of opened sort of like a flower. It was a really beautiful experience. I don't know. Do you want me to talk more about it, or what?
Well, yeah, a little bit about one of the things that was really good about this project is communication. Like working with David, I felt that we couldn't really physically be together normally how we record, because of the COVID and the whole. I had the COVID, so I was down for a while there. So things got, it got to be where we had to work by sending emails to each other, and it was constant layers and layers and layers of instruments being put down, and and was constantly mixing and remixing, and fine tuning everything. But I was always there with him in terms of whatever he did or whatever I suggested. He always received it well, and I always received his suggestions well, and that made the project really great. And another thing too is financially we were able to, support artists on this project, and it's not a lot, but you know what? During these hard times, it's nice to be able to get funds to be able to assist my fellow artists who have served this community above and beyond the call of duty. We're like standby people. You fall, we're there. We fall, a lot of people are there for us too. So we want to continue this work, and we want to continue being this way. But we need help financially. So a lot of times, when we re-release RamRam, SitaRam on the audio, we'll have it up for sale, and really reach out and support us and help us to financially fund projects for your listening pleasure, and for us to be able to create these amazing mantras. And before I go any further, now that you saw the video, well, I have to tell you, the video is a Micha video, and so I've known Micha a good 6 years, and I've always seen her videos. We'd always hang out at the racket club, and we'd look at her videos, and I always said, Micha, you do amazing work. It was unique, and the way everything was like really quick and fast, but to the point, But she doesn't. Micha is like to the minute, She doesn't waste time, and I really liked how she did the video. It's like she told us a long history in 4 minutes in terms of the passages of time. It's amazing. And I'm going to put her to talk a little bit about her experiences and what was her vision when I asked her to do it, and how she felt about RamRam, SitaRam, and how did the chant move her. Thank you, Micha.
Thanks, Chits. Well, yeah, the chant is definitely something that moves me, and so that speaks for itself. But in terms of the vision of the video, it was really your vision. You had the ideas of what you wanted to see and the images that you liked. So you made it very easy for me, and I really love just trying to help you get what you want out there. So, but then we got hit with the roadblock, right?
Yes.
So we got a roadblock because there's a question about whether using stock footages was permitted for these kind of grant opportunities. There's guidelines. So then we had to squeeze in some live footage of Chitra to really personalize it.
Yes.
So she happened to be over at my house, and I'm like, well, if that's what you need for this to happen, let's shoot right now. So just using my iPhone. Then I had to try to figure out, I'm amateur filmmaker, but it was a good opportunity for me to try to figure out how to use green screen effects and doing stuff like that by myself in a very short amount of time to create something. So it's nice to have boundaries and deadlines. So thank you for the container and for trusting me. And I could have, I just watching it now, there's so much more I would do to really perfect things, if I'm honest with myself. But time didn't allow. So I look forward to the next grant and the next opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Micha. Thank you. And the thing about the RamRam project too is that I myself had to, do a little vocal coaching. And so it really made everybody step up creatively, to match the level of this chant. It's just the name. When you say RamRam, SitaRam, you better be standing on 2 good feet, because it's really strong. So any aspect of this chant called for total focus and concentration. And I just want to say that, talk a little bit about some of the musicians that are not here tonight. I want to thank Pratima Doobay, who did the harmonium. She's not here. Pratima's been in production, putting on some really big shows for the past couple of weeks, and I spoke with her earlier, and she's allowed to rest tonight. But next time she'll be here, and she always comes over to the Racket Club, and she's always part of my events. And I want to thank Pratima for really rocking a nice harmonium. And I also want to thank Dennis Lichtman, who played the mandolin. Awesome mandolin. When David told me the mandolin, I was like, oh my God, that's it. Because back in the day, when I was growing up, and in Guyana, in Georgetown, and we had the Indian orchestras together, the mandolin was always a number one feature. But as time goes, instruments fade and new instruments come in, and that's good too. But I wanted to really bring in the elements of the traditional, which David really blended as an engineer to bring, to mix the drums and the bass and all these Western instruments with these ancient traditional instruments. So that's really a main part of it. So I want to pass the microphone because I want you to meet everybody here. Everybody is really, really important to my life. I want to introduce you to Josh, right? And Josh, excuse me, worked with me on Awesome Love, and he rapped an amazing poem that he wrote called I forget. As we travel along these ways. And Micha also read a poem on it, one of my mother's poems. And Josh, I just want you to introduce yourself and tell my friends and other people interested your work. And he has a lot of music out, and he's quite a productive musician. Here you are, Josh.
Thank you, Chitra. My name is Josh Otero. As Chitra mentioned, I worked with her on Awesome Love, and that was a really fun track. One of my specialties is freestyling, so I just do a lot of improvisation, and the music for that song came from Chitra had invited me to the Shakti Medimar temple, and it was for a wedding celebration that we were singing that song for. So Chitra moved ahead, and with some of the same people that you see in this room, Camilo helped her with that project as well, put that together, and that was just a great experience. And I'm really happy to be here today because Chitra really does a lot of, she really invests in herself and the work that she does as an artist. And as you may have heard her just say, and you could get a gleam of that she really makes sure that she's supporting the people who are supporting her. And that's within her work as a musician as well as a leader in her community. So I'm very thankful to be here. And I'm here. So, if you'll probably see me around with Chitra at some other point. I have music in places. And if you look up Josh Otero, you'll see it. But today is not about that. It's about what we got.
People know what your YouTube is or your website.
Okay. You could find me on Spotify at Grafiki Soul, Grafiki, Grafiki space SOL. And I have a recording coming out in the next few weeks from a live studio session with one of the groups that I perform with, Sounds of Volta. And looking forward to that coming out.
Thank you, Josh. And the next person I'm going to put on is the star boy. His name is Robert, and I'm going to let Robert talk a little bit about his being part of, a community where we do a lot of songs, and, how we entered into, like, singing Listen to Your Heart, right? So he's got a cute little story about that and his exam. Here he is.
Hi, everybody out there. I'm Robert O'Brien. I'm a dear friend of Chitra Singh. We met, about 3 years ago, at a prayer. And I was at that time very timid and afraid to sing along. And I remember the first song I heard was Listen to Your Heart. And it was the first prayer song I heard sung in that way. And I really enjoyed it. And for I don't know for how many months, I didn't even realize it was Chitra's song. And I grew to listen to her album at some point. And I heard that song, and I was like, oh my God, that's that song I heard it the first time. And I fell in love with it, and I fell in love with her music and her message, and her as a person. And I'm blessed to know you and be a part of this process and this journey with you. And I will always now listen to my heart. So thank you, Chitra, for inspiring me and inspiring your fans and anybody who hears or who can hear and listen to you. Thank you. I love you. I'm really proud of you.
And we're very proud of him too. He's got a great story, but another time we're gonna talk on that level of, you know, achieving great things after going through struggles as I did too. And my next friend is a sister that I have to text her every morning when I get home and get a briefing. And it's Janine. Janine also, I prayed with Janine and we've sang together. And she too found her voice. And she's going to tell you a little bit about how she did that.
Hi, everybody. I'm Janine. I'm not really sure what story Chitra's speaking about with me finding my voice, but here it is for you all. I can say that I met Chitra as well at a prayer, and she was able to help me find my voice, so I guess that is the story. I went over to her house, and she gave me my first rattle and gave me some instruction on how to shake it and had me sing for her, and my voice kept opening more and more from that day, and it's a real honor and pleasure to be sitting up here with you today, with you all, and be able to participate and sing on camera. And anyway, I've seen Chitra open up a lot of people's hearts in the community and bring music and song to a lot of people's lives and help people with believing in themselves and expressing themselves and feeling safe. You know, and also knowing that you can be in prayer, but also let your hair down and have a good time and be loose, you know. And that's a beautiful thing, too. And I'm really grateful for this community, and I'm really proud of you and all your accomplishments, and I'm honored to be your friend. And thank you for inviting me and including me today. I love you, too.
And then we have Valerie. You can introduce yourself and talk about a little about your dance.
I'm a guest here. Happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation. My name is Valerie Green, and I'm also a Queens artist. I have a dance company called Valerie Green Dance Entropy, and we are in Long Island City, and my venue is called Green Space. It is the home of my company and also a performance space, and there's classes there and different events, and we do a lot of outreach in the community as well. So I'm happy to be a part of this gathering this evening and heard this music in process along the way. So happy to be invited for the presentation this evening. Thank you for having me.
And I'm going to pass it next to Jose, and then we're going to do Prita, my sister. Jose has been a really strong support in my music. Anytime I have productions at the Racket Club, he's always there to help. He's always there to contribute, and he's always there in every aspect to help me, and always has encouraging words. And he loved Water Whispers. I remember when I recorded it, and he just loved Swan Woman, and you know, I mean, everybody here heard it through its process. So I'm just gonna let Jose talk a little bit about RamRam in particular. I know you heard it, and I just wanted to get a feeling. He's also a great DJ too. He does a lot of what's it called? Electronic music. He can rock a party. All right, here he is. If you want someone to rock your party, that's the man over there.
Thank you, Chitra, for your beautiful words. It's really a pleasure, and I'm very grateful to be here now. It's been a beautiful process since I started hearing the song. I was just thinking before taking the mic that probably after the musicians and the technicians, I'm probably one of the persons that has heard this song the most times. And it's been exactly. It's been wonderful to see how David has been working on the final recording, all the sound engineering, and Micha's videos, and it's been really a beautiful process from beginning to end. Seeing this grow in such a in such a wonderful way, and the song itself is I was telling Micha the other day that it really like it opens these doors in the heart, and it goes from this mesmerizing, almost dark tune into this beautiful light, open up your heart affirmation, and it's really nice to be part of this, to share all these songs with you guys, with Chitra. She's really a rock when it comes to prayers, ceremonies, and gatherings, and hearing her rock that guitar, and it's really wonderful. All the tunes, Swan Woman is a wonderful album, and I've shared it many times with my daughter. She loves it, and we've listened to it and sang along it in the car, on the road. And congratulations, and this is a beautiful project, and hopefully there's many more like RamRam, and it's really a beautiful song. Thank you very much, Chitra.
Thank you. And last but not least is my big sister Prita, who, well, let me not tell you, I learned everything from her, right down to the earrings. Actually, she did my makeup too a little bit. She fixed it up for me. I mean, everything. Even the bad things I learned from her. I did.
Even though we tried to look good.
Yeah. So, Prita, you've heard the RamRam, the SitaRam. She's been with me every step of the way with the RamRam. And if I do a project and I take it to Prita and she says it's good, it's a go. Like every mix that David sent to me, I played it for her. And then she's like, yeah, but it was always good. When she saw the video, when her and my brother Karna saw the video, they were like, really, Karna thought it was spectacular. He was like, where did you get those images from? I said, I went deep for them, right? Lord Rama brought them to me, right? But I just want to thank my sister for being my eldest sister, and she's been a big sister to all my brothers and sisters, and she shared her art and her plays, and she's my altar that I go to when I need. Sometimes she would say the wisest thing, and then there are times when she says things and I just go, okay, right? But thank you, Prita, for being my sister, and thank you for always being there. And thank you for still hanging in there when I jumped ship a couple of times. But, we're all back together and we're doing our thing. We're doing the same thing we did when we were 12. Singing music, playing guitar, and performing. Nothing has changed, right? Maybe a few gray hairs here and there. Yeah. So, how are we doing on time, Camilo? We're good? No, I'm going to talk for her. If I give Prita this microphone, we're not getting off here. But we love you, Prita. We're going to talk in a minute. Okay? How much we have time? 15 minutes. So we have 15 minutes. So it's Pagwa. Today is the Pagwa parade. And today it's been Holi for the past, last week, the week before Friday. And Holi is the season. And I just want to give thanks to... before I forget, to the Sri Shakti Mariamma temple for really allowing me to come there every Sunday and to be me and to sing and to take Shakti Jai and to take everything. And I also mostly want to recognize my brother Shiva, who brought me and all these flowers. He is the gardener, and we are grown from his garden. And Shiva, thank you so much, because I wouldn't be here tonight without the Shakti Jai and without the prayers that you've taught me and following you quietly. Right? Thank you, Shiva. I love you very much, and I love my brother Karna and Varuna and Radha. Prita, you're here, and my cousin Shanti and all my nieces and nephews. I love you, and to all my other families that I belong to. Thank you very much. Now we're going to go into a Govinda, and then we're going to play the RamRam again, right? And then we're going to get up and stretch our legs and just, dance. I can show you how to dance the RamRam, SitaRam.
No,
My
Is
voice
this
is a little strained,
It's
so
okay.
yeah, we're gonna do it really easy, nice and
This
easy.
is a kirtan, so people
That-
are to sing after you, or
This is I can have a little water. So this is the Govinda, right? And thanks, Micha. When you stay at Misha's, it's really nice. She does everything for you. Yeah, it's nice at the Racket Club, my favorite place to stay. So let's rock and roll some Pagua music, Govinda.
yeah. Is everyone supposed to?
Everybody knows it. Ciao. Sorry, so sorry. Govinda bolo Hari, Gopala bolo. 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 Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda bolo. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda bolo. Govinda bolo Hari, Gopala 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 bolo. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda bolo. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda bolo. Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Govinda bolo Hari, Gopala bolo. Radha Ramana Hari, Gopala bolo. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda bolo. Gopala bolo. Gopala Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Jai Hanuman.
Well, I had a really wonderful time, right? I know we're coming close, and I just want to thank everybody for making it out here. I just want to thank everybody for making it here tonight. And Pratima, we really miss you. But Miriam also is not here tonight. Miriam had to go upstate. And Miriam, we miss you. And your voice is always beautiful on my recordings, and I really want to thank you. Now, that's another sister that could rock her guitar really cool. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to play RamRam again, but this time I want to show you how to dance the RamRam. You know, you could do it for many things. Like a lot of people, you know, RamRam, a chant is not just about sitting and being an altar space, which is really cool too. That's how I start. But when you get up and you dance to a chant, it's the best thing to do, because not only are you, stimulating your mind, but your blood system is just flowing, and it's just really great. So, are we gonna do RamRam audio, Sandra? Nice and loud in here? Could we hear it in here? Okay.
Turn off the microphone.
So this camera stay on, but the audio is yours.
Yeah.
Thing. And you're gonna
So I turn off the microphone?
Turn it back. It's okay. Just turn off the speaker.
So after that, let me just say one more thing.
Yeah.
After this, we're gonna say goodnight to you, and then we're going to upload the video to YouTube, and then we're going to release RamRam on CD Baby Distributing. It's going to be on Spotify. It's going to be on Bandcamp. It's going to be on YouTube for sale, and we really ask that, of course, I'm going to make more noise again when I re-release it, but we're going to ask that you always keep us in mind, and you listen to all these stories tonight, and to really contribute to your community artists, because I'll tell you one thing that I've noticed is that pandemic, the COVID, made a lot of people realize that you can't call Beyonce to your apartment to come and sing for you, or you can't call her into your community, to your little community, or your little loft space, or your temple. She ain't coming, right? But but we give them so much money, and you have your local artists that have been breaking their back through this COVID, trying to sing and trying to keep the prayers and trying to keep the pop songs going. And we have dancers in our community who, you have to beg for money to be paid a stipend. We got to stop that, or we got to really start recognizing our local artists, because pandemic showed that we depend on the local artists. If it wasn't for the local artists, nobody would be playing in the churches. Nobody would be singing. We won't be here. So I'm going to be driving that home. That's going to be my mission, is to really drive home, like sharing and helping artists to sustain, because it's not this RamRam, SitaRam took so much beautiful time. I'm not saying it was hard work, but it was so much mental focus and concentration that it's wrong to download it for stealing it. It's considered, in my book, I don't do that. If I can't buy a song for $2, I would wait until I can do that. So let's be a Krishna consciousness about our music, right? That's the last word I'd like to leave you with.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining me, and thank you for those who have not seen this yet, but will see it at a later date. I thank you for your viewing, and I thank you for my YouTube support. I have 15,000 subscribers, and I thank all 15,000 of my subscribers. That for you to subscribe to my YouTube means a lot to me, and I thank you. And RamRam,
RamRam,
SitaRam. Again, RamRam,
SitaRam.
Jai Hanuman.
Jai Hanuman.
Okay, good night, and we're gonna be dancing out with RamRam, SitaRam.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you,
Good
Camila.
night.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you, everybody. Oh my God, my legs.
Stand up.
Raja Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Raja Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman, Jai Jai Hanuman. Open up your heart, SitaRam. Open up your heart, SitaRam.
I